make a tutorial on another time series model which is known as rolling window recursive ARDL model. Previously, this library was available in MATLAB, and some of people have used it in R or Python. But today, I will discuss this library in Stata. So we'll start with, first of all, I'll give you overview. This library name is RARDL. So you can install it using SSC install RARDL. And then now I will give you brief overview that it can help you to do rolling window unit 2 test and rolling window ARDL model and then rolling window causality. So it can do three things. So we'll start with the sample data that I have. So usually when you need to do rolling window, you should have a long data, ideally daily, quarterly or monthly data so that you can have multiple windows. Otherwise, in a time series data, even if you have 150 observations of 150 years of a data, you can still make like five windows maximum. So if you have a longer data like a stock market data, you can make more windows and then you can improve the results. So I will import the data. This is I have data one of that I have, that is oil price and carbon price and gas price data. So I will declare it as a time series data. So it starts from 3 May 2021 to 6 May 2025. So it's a long data. Okay. First of all, we start with rolling window unit to test. So first of all, what I will do, I will just plot. So TS line oil. So this will be my time series data. Bring the graph here. So this is my technical lead data that I'm going to analyze. So it looks like it is rotating around a certain mean. So it, by definition, if I need to apply a unit to test, I should apply the constant specification, not the trend one, because the first and last values are just rotating around a certain mean value. It's not growing or not shrinking. There was just one variation, but it will be picked by the rolling window that this regime is different and this regime is different and then this regime is different. Okay, so we'll start with uh, this role RARDL, the variable name, rolling window ARDL model, how many observation I need in one window, 60, and then if I need to transform, because it will also give you a simple ARDL model and the logged variable ARDL, simple unit root and the log transformation also. Okay, so it will make six models. So one simple intercept, intercept with trend, simple trend, log intercept with trend, and log trend. So when I will run it, this model usually takes time. So I will explain one by one. Okay. So when I run this, it will tell me that there are 60 windows and maximum lag length is 4. It will use PIC method to do lag selection. It will use level, log, difference, and difference log. So four specification. Okay. And then it will do significance level 5%. So it will take some time. So I will pause the video and then come back to you when it shows so that it will shorten the video length. Thank you. We start with the interpretation. So first is oil variable with level and intercept. So it says that there were 962 windows. In all of them, we failed to reject means the t statistic was smaller than the critical value. It means null hypothesis was accepted. So in most cases, it was non-stationary. Okay, and then if I bring the window, the plot also for this case too, so you can see here all of the z values are lower than the critical value. So so it means that there is no they are not stationary. Okay, some of them are positive, others are negative, so it's picked up in the model. Okay, the Z statistic. So ZADF was positive and then negative and then negative, but it was smaller than the critical value. Okay. Next we go is the intercept and trend. So it didn't estimate because uh, this model didn't require trend, and you can see there is no model estimated. Then this is a log model with intercept, and you can notice that same case, all of them are failed to reject because the ZADF or the T stat is smaller than the critical value. And if I show you the plot, you can see all of them are less than the critical value for all the windows. Next is the intercept with trend. So it also didn't ran because of the trend. Then first difference. So if the variable is I1, it should be significant also. It should reject null hypothesis. So you can see out of 962 windows, 952 windows able to reject the null hypothesis. So it means there was the variable is I1 because at first difference it is showing stationarity. So you can see the test values also. It is above the critical value. Okay. Then if you go to trend, it still not show intercept with the difference log. So you can notice here is that all of them are T stats are above the critical value. So if you see the plot, they are above the critical value. It means the variable is I1 in nature is a majority. So it says consistent stationarity. There is no going up and going down, and so it makes confusing outcome. So this was the unit root test. Now we go to the ARDL model. So RARDL oil, I'm trying to relate it with maybe gas price. Okay, so just a case. So what I will do, I will just use 120 as a window size, and then case 3, which means it is an intercept in the long run, and then maximum like 4. And I'm not doing simulate. No simulate means, see, in this model there was no critical value for ZADF because I didn't apply the simulate method. But if you add, you can see the manual, it will simulate the critical values, the bootstrap values, and show you that. So let's run this model. So it is saying that this is dependent, independent variable, sample size is 1021 values, and I will use case 3 for Pisharan, Sin, and Smith model, and BIC for lag selection, window size is 120, so there will be total 902 windows. Okay, and critical values using Pisharan, Sin, and Smith. Okay, so it will take some time to roll, and I will get back to you when the model is estimated. So now the model is estimated. You can see that firstly it talked about the configuration. So it also gave you conclusion that majority it's no configuration. So long run results, what it includes the error correction coefficient, which should be negative for all the models. So it gives you the windows and the long run coefficient and the F bound test and the upper limit. Then there's a short run dynamics, there's a short run coefficient, and then there's a short run F stat and then a p value. And then there are the critical value for the long model F stat in the, so majority it says no co-integration. So I will show you the plots here. So this is the plot for p-value of the F model. So only in few cases it was less than 0.1 means there was co-integration, but other cases there was no co-integration. Then if you use the Z statistic, so only few cases it was above the critical value. Otherwise it is lower than that. So what the system the author has done is that it divides F value with the critical value. So if it is 1 means the F stat is equal to the critical value. If it is more than 1 means it is higher than the critical value. So it shows no co-integration in this example, but you have seen the functionality of this library. Now we go for last thing, that is the Granger causality with the rolling window. So I will reduce it to 120, and then I will run this as a result. So it will run oil as a dependent variable, gas as a second variable. It will use 120 window values and then make lag length 4. It will do two times. One is level and then log, and then BIC for lag selection. So it will take some time to do analysis because this data is big. Still loading, but I'm going to start with the interpretation. So first, recursive Granger causality model with level variables is that H naught gas does not cause oil. So we reject the consistently fail to reject means we accept the null hypothesis because we are only able to reject 3.7% of the windows. Okay, then oil does not cause gas, so we were able to reject 67% time. So it's inconsistent because it's still near to 50%. You can decide to call it a causality, but you need more share, like 80% or 90%, or it's the context based. So what it does is these are the window numbers, and then you can see the period name and the f test for gas to oil, this, and then this is z value, Granger causality. So only one was significant. Then f test from oil to gas. So you can see most of them are significant. If I go to the plot, you can see only few significant, and when you see the other one, there are more significant. So if you only look at this window onward, then you can conclude that yes, there is causality. But if you observe this window, you can see that the more share are towards no causality. So this is the interpretation of Granger causality in the recursive format. So it will also do it for the log model, which is it's currently loading. When it's loaded, I will also interpret and then conclude this example. You can now see with the log model. So log of gas does not cause oil, so it failed to reject means in all models. You can see gas to oil, none of them is significant, so it doesn't cause. And log of oil causing does not cause gas. So you can see that there are few causality significance. So we say fail to reject with exceptions. So I can show you the diagrams also. So none of them is higher, so no causality from gas to oil. And then if you see the graph, some of them are significant. So there is some causality from gas to oil to gas with exceptions. So this was the causality model. So I hope you like this video for the time series data analysis. Ideally, I will use this model if I have a longer time period, so I can have multiple windows so that I can compare. Now I will summarize why when you use this model, what's the purpose. The purpose of rolling video ARDL model is to see across the time if there is a regime change. So you can connect it with political economy or international risks or changes in the international governance requirements. So you can compare in what regime, what happened and why. So and then there's a shift in causality, like it's a one way or two way or no causality, or so then this is the way you explain the merit of using this model. Thank you very much for watching.